Hey guys, it's time to begin Bollocks this evening. It is Wednesday Hope Day. We got Lenny in the studio. He's wearing his Met gear.
They won.
We have Wager Wire. Reds won today too, so we're excited about that. That's one in a row.
Right. That's 4 in a row for the Mets, I think.
Yeah. You guys actually, since the All-Star break, you've been pretty good.
The team hit like mad today. Everybody was hitting the ball.
Wait, you've won 4 in a row?
I think it was 3 coming in. Yeah, this.
Because we took 2 out of 3 from you. Right after the
Yes, you
All-Star
did.
break.
And then we won that one, and then we just swept
So
whoever we played.
3 in a row. Yeah.
No, you didn't. You didn't play us on Monday.
Huh? No, you only played like 5 games since the All-Star break, and I know you lost 2.
Okay.
Unless you played a doubleheader.
Go to the videotape and let's see. No, we didn't play a doubleheader.
Yeah.
I thought it was 3 in a row.
All right.
But let's see.
We can go straight to the standings. You know the Mets.
Mets have won 4 in a row.
Yep, you were correct, sir. I stand corrected. So they played 6 games.
And they're back in first. They're tied for first. Yeah.
Well, they're 1 percentage point behind.
Well, 3, and they just swept whoever we played today. Oh, the Angels.
Well, we're going to get to the Wager Wire
Right.
the second half of this show. We got a lot of big stuff happening here. We're talking pizza, produce, and of course, Lenny has to get at least one Trump bash in.
He makes it so easy.
I would like one day in a row to not have a Trump bash.
Did I not just offer you that option?
Yeah,
Did
when
you
you're
turn
gone.
me? Did you turn me? No.
When you're gone.
No, you turned me down.
Oh.
I said we can keep politics to one day a week, and you said no. I was willing to back off the reality of the world.
The problem is they give us so much material.
Thank you.
So we tried on Uncommon Ground to do like a theme per day, and it never worked out. We never stuck to the theme, so we just decided not to do it anymore.
Fine.
All right.
Don't say I didn't offer.
So yeah, we've been down that road before. It just never really worked out.
Okay.
All right, but we are live here in the
Bozard Ford Studio.
Correctamundo. Bozard Ford, Lincoln, and St. Augustine. Their goal is to make sure your time and experience buying a car is stress-free, fun, and enjoyable. Bozard is a family-owned Ford dealership that has been in business since 1949. Bozard Ford Lincoln has been the recipient of numerous dealer awards, including being ranked #1 automotive dealership in the nation by Dealer Rater. Bozard Ford also has won back-to-back President's Awards, which is the highest honor given by Ford Motor Company. Check them out today online at bozardford.com.
Established in 2006, Solar Stick is a local portable power company proudly committed to American manufacturing, constant innovation, and creating jobs right here in St. Augustine, Florida. Solar Stick's focus on providing solutions for self-sufficiency helps users all over the world complete missions and save lives. Solar Stick, changing lives, saving lives, and reviving American manufacturing.
All right. And I'm gonna warn you right now, we're probably gonna end the show about 4 minutes early.
Somebody has to go to a concert this evening.
I have a concert to go to, and we have land title coming in.
Oh, yeah, it's Wednesday. There you go.
It's Wednesday. So, all right. And these are the guys you can really trust with your money. For trusted financial guidance with a personal type.
Take 2.
All right. Bear Kresge and Associates. For trusted financial guidance
Take
with
3.
a personal touch. Turn to Bear Kresge and Associates. I'm pushing through. Serving St. Augustine since 1989 with over 125 years of combined experience. Their team offers expert services in tax planning, estate and trust work, business evaluations, payroll, and more. Whether you're starting a business or planning for the future, they deliver smart, customized solutions that grow with you. Give them a call today, 904-460-0747. That's Bear Kresge and Associates, where your success is their mission.
When your comfort's on the line, trust Powell Heating and Air Conditioning, serving St. Augustine 24/7, 365 days a year with no overtime fees. From expert AC installation and emergency repairs to duct cleaning and routine maintenance. Pardon me.
Yeah, you got to clean your ducts.
Right, and I think I just did.
Yes.
Powell's skilled team and fully stocked 15,000 square foot warehouse, maybe not well enough, are always ready. They service all brands and offer flat rate pricing you can count on. Call 904-794-2665. That's 794-COOL, or book online today. Powell and Heating, Air, for your comfort, our promise.
All right, I'm going to give our reads today a B-.
Fair enough.
Okay. I don't think we nailed that one, but
Not that one, but Solar Stick was okay. And
Solar Stick you did well, and I think I
Bozard.
did okay on Bozard.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, so we kind of struggled on the others. Well, you had a little Sir Cack-a-lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, all right. Also, we have those other amazing sponsors: Meehan's, 80 Davis Construction, Land Title of America, Kaiser's, St. Augustine Distillery, A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing, Anastasia Diner, Moultrie Creek Diner, Mr. Electric, Brightway Insurance, St. Augustine Pirate and Treasure Museum, Anastasia Construction Group, and that's a great list right there. All right.
Good people.
Lenny, it is time to
Let's
get going.
go.
And I for some reason got locked in on food today. We got Wager Wire later. We got lots of fun stuff to do. But I locked in on food today on topics.
You're not scaring me with food. I'm a big food
You're
fan.
A fan of
Right.
food. You're a fan of food. So my first topic is pizzas in different countries.
In different countries, okay.
Pizzas by countries. All right. What is your first topic?
Sport empire values.
All right. Sports empires. And then I have produce and crops.
Okay.
All right. So we have pizzas.
Sports empire values.
Sports values of franchises, I'm assuming.
Empires. They're called empires. Yes.
Empires.
Empires.
Okay. Not to be confused with umpires.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Because they have more than one team, more than one sport under their banner.
Oh, so like
they're like conglomerates.
Like Auschwitz and
Careful there.
No, you don't.
Seriously. Get him the list, Blake. Get him the list.
And Schultz.
Who's the guy who owns the Lakers?
And Schultz.
It's AEG. It's the guy who started AEG.
Well, that was also like the
AEG group is the one they own multiple.
Yeah.
How do you say his name?
I haven't the faintest idea.
Okay. Oshawa. It's Oshawa.
No, it's not.
You gotta stop. You're killing me.
It's not that.
Look it up. Just look up AEG. You're sitting in front of the computer and you're just saying it's not that. Then tell me what it is. I'm asking that question. It's easy to say it's not that, but you're not answering the question.
And Schultz. You were saying Al.
What is it?
And Schultz.
And Schultz?
Yes.
Not Al Schultz.
Is that like the people that you saw in the New York Times?
I missed it by so much.
Well,
Yes,
we got the list that I've never seen, and you were brokering close to getting on that list.
Yeah, that word's probably on it. I
would think, yeah.
So
now I can see why I was a little bit mad. Like you were saying, like the worst thing, like the worst.
that's not the worst thing. Come on.
No, I've done worse, I think.
Yeah, well, we've said a lot worse. So I'm gonna see how this is actually how close they are together. So
that's not like the name of the family that used to own the New York Times, is it?
No.
No,
this guy owns the second largest production company behind Live Nation. It's AEG.
Yeah.
So and he owns a majority of the Lakers. I think he owns.
Oh, well, I'll get to that when you wait. Wait your turn.
The Kings and that stuff. So we're going with that one now. So.
All right. Shall we keep going?
And Schultz. Okay. Tell me you can't see how I got that confused.
Well, you of all people I can.
All right. That's the name.
Okay, there's no L in there either.
Yeah.
And Schultz.
And Schutz. Yeah. It's pretty freaking close.
Okay, yeah.
When you don't speak that language?
Well, and if you juxtify a couple of those letters in there, you're right on top of it.
Yeah. There's an A, an S, and a Z in it.
Yeah, but there's no L, by the way.
All right,
the other one doesn't have an L in it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Stop right there.
It doesn't have an L in it.
No.
Are you just trying to get me to say it again?
No, I'm trying to stop you from saying it again. I'm working with you here. Trying to keep you above board, brother.
All right. So we're doing franchises, sports franchises. So what do you got? We already talked about AEG.
All right. Well,
let's go ahead and leave with that one, and Schultz.
Right. So you've got sports empires, and why I call them empires is because they own. It's not like George Steinbrenner owned the Yankees and a couple of horses. It's like I'll give you for example, Stan Kroenke, Kroenke, Sports and Entertainment.
Kroenke.
Don't get cranky with me. $21.2 billion valuation. They own the LA Rams, the Colorado Avalanche, the Denver Nuggets, and the Premier League Arsenal. So they are a sports empire. They own teams across multi leagues, and they're and that's the most valued, highest value ones. Number, where have I go from 1 to 3? Very confusing. Josh Harris and David Blitzer, who own the Washington Commanders, and we'd like to hear them say that they want to keep their name the way the Cleveland Guardians did, along with the New Jersey Devils and Joe Gibbs Racing.
They need to change those Devils.
Plus the Premier League. Oh, they also own the Philadelphia 76ers.
That's possessed by Satan.
Jersey Devils?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's why the Devil Rays are no longer the Devil Rays. They're just the Rays.
They're just the Rays, yeah.
Right. But they own a football team, a basketball team, a hockey team, a Premier League soccer team, and Joe Gibbs Racing.
What's the Premier?
Crystal Palace.
So Joe Gibbs doesn't own Joe Gibbs Racing?
Not anymore.
I believe he still owns like a minority share, but
the coach is still there every Sunday.
Yes. What else
has he got to do for himself?
So he's still the main operating guy, but however, though, after his son's deaths, like Corey and JD died. I think JD died in 2015 and Corey died in 2022. Joe Gibbs won someone to be part of like the team. So like when Joe Gibbs dies, like there can at least be someone to keep the team running.
Right, and
but plus also
he didn't want the team. He didn't want the team to die with him.
Yes.
I see where number 2 came in.
Yeah, but
Gotcha.
but it also makes sense that Josh Harris, the owner of the Commanders, now owns a team that's owned by the former Washington head coach.
Right, that kind of works out nicely, and they're only worth $14.6 billion.
Okay,
but they're number 3. I skipped over number 2. We'll come back to them right now because it's a love fest in Dallas.
Okay,
where the Jones family is being very nice to Micah Parsons because he showed up for training camp when they're about to back the truck up and give him all the money in the world.
Yeah,
because he's worth it. He's good. The Jones family owns the Dallas Cowboys, the Legends, and the Star in Frisco. I'm not even quite sure.
What is that?
I am not even quite sure.
Legends is or Star in Frisco? What?
Legends is, I think it's kind of a league, but Blake, you're on it. But they're worth $15.53 billion, and they're the second highest valued team. 3 we just did with the Washington Commanders, Devils, 76ers. But it's interesting because and obviously you can't own 2 teams in the same league. You can't own 2 baseball teams. You can't own 2. And you'll notice that the 4th one is the Fenway Sports Group, which we'll talk about in a minute on another subject.
Yeah. The guy who runs the PGA used to be in charge of the Fenway that group.
Okay, well now it's
Jay Monahan. He used to work with the Red Sox and they had a race team also.
Yeah, Fenway. Yeah, they still partner with Roush and with RFK Racing now with Brad Keselowski as well. And another thing as well to correct you a little bit, with the new Lakers sale earlier this year, AEG no longer owns the Lakers at all.
Okay, so that's why they're not on that list because they probably are on the list somewhere.
The Lakers are
AEG or
however,
on Schultz.
But you can talk about
trying to say it right.
But the Guggenheim, is like
the Lakers.
Big, like they're like a big organization as well because they own like a majority of the Lakers. They also own
a couple of museums.
Yeah, the Sparks. Yeah. They also own the Dodgers. They also own, I believe, part of Chelsea.
Sparks lose money, so that takes away from the value there.
Yeah, believe it or not, the Lakers are not in the top 15.
Yeah, but I guess it might be because like it's only just like a percentage. Like I think you're looking for like wholly owned, but like Guggenheim.
No, it's probably the value of how much they owe.
Yeah.
So it's probably the value of it.
And I think Legends is a soccer league that is owned by the Jones family.
Okay.
But it's John Henry and Tom Werner, Fenway Sports Group. They own the Red Sox, the Pittsburgh Penguins, Blake, Liverpool Football Club in the Premier League, Nesson, which is the New England Sports Network, which always helps, NASCAR's RFK Racing, PGA Tour Enterprises, which makes sense because we just talked about, how the PGA guy was with him, and they're worth $14.2 billion.
The Jay Monahan, who's the commissioner of the PGA, was with Fenway at one point. So when I met him and he just joined the PGA, he had just left Fenway.
Oh, and plus,
so they kept that relationship together. It sounds like.
And guess who has a 4% stake in Fenway Sports Group? LeBron
does. Okay.
In Fenway, that's interesting.
All right.
Okay. The
He's
fifth.
got 4%. That's a pretty big chunk of that. Yeah.
The Fenway Sports Group is worth $14.2 billion.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing the math, but that seems to be a lot of money.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's up there. 4% of 14.2 billion is
billion.
not a small number either.
Correct. There's a couple of commas in there.
Yeah.
The fifth one is a little closer to home. It's the MSG Group.
A little closer to your home.
Correct. Owned by the.
Not closer to my home.
Oh well, fair enough. Fair enough. Owned by the Dolans that started in Cleveland, and just fortunately the Knicks are playing better now that what's his face is not running the teams, and he went back to doing business.
James
Dolan. Yeah, his father Charles started the whole thing out in Cleveland, and they were Cablevision, but they now own the Rangers, the Knicks, the AHL Hartford Wolfpack. It's American Hockey League. And then they also own Radio City Music Hall, the Beacon Theater, and Madison Square Garden. And MSG Network, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And that's worth $12.69 billion.
Yeah, these guys aren't struggling.
No, not at all. But but you talk about diversification. They all have a hockey team, a baseball. And there's a minimal baseball teams. You'll notice there's no baseball team.
Did Shad Khan make the list?
You know what? I think he kind of did. He was 13th. At a mere $9.88 billion.
Yeah.
He owns the Jags, the Premier League Fulham Football Club, and All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah, I was going to say with the wrestling and his premiere, I expected him to be on the list.
Yeah.
And what's really interesting about this is there is not there's one, I shouldn't say that. There's one baseball team that makes this list, and that's
Fenway
I
Sports
saw the
Group.
Yankees on there.
Fenway Sports doesn't own the Red Sox.
What?
Commander 76ers, the Devils, Joe Gibbs Racing. Doesn't say anything about the Red Sox.
No, Fenway Sports Group.
Oh, there you go. I was back at the Harris Street. Right, yeah, they do. They do.
It's definitely kind of hard to name a team after Fenway
a
Park.
stadium.
Well, it's a poignant stadium.
Yeah.
The only other baseball team on there is Yankee Global Enterprises. It's the Yankees, the New York City Football Club, Yes Network, and Legends AC Milan, which is why we think that Legends is the soccer league.
Soccer league.
Okay, yeah. So, but that was it. Yeah, you got the Bucks with Manchester United. You've got Maple Leaf. We go a little north, and you Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment has the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Toronto Raptors, the Toronto Football Club, and the Canadian Football League, Toronto Argonauts. They stay a little bit local there. Mm-hmm. You got Gail Benson, the only woman on the list who owns the Saints and the Pelicans, and in New Orleans.
All right, Blake, Kenny's playing in the Canadian Football League. What team is he with?
Let me check.
Kenny Logan,
fighting for the Grey Cup.
Local Pedro
Menendez kid. Sure.
Menendez kid. Went to elementary school with Blake.
He's placed for the Edmonton Elks.
Elks.
Okay.
Right.
I just thought it was very interesting that they did great on diversification. They've got teams in multiple sports leagues, but like I said, you've got the Red Sox and you have the Yankees. Otherwise, there's not a baseball team. Well, no, I think the Cleveland Guardians were there too. Didn't I say that? The Guardians.
Okay, here's AEG. Okay, they own. That's the competitor to.
That's the ticket broker service.
Ticket broker, yeah. So I'm looking at AEG Worldwide. They got the Lakers, Barclays. What is that? Barclays Center. Oz. So they own a lot of arenas.
Yeah. They I believe they still own the Crypto.com arena or Staples Center.
Okay, it'll always be the Staples Center to you.
Yeah, 100%. It'll always be the Staples Center. That's how Kobe does.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, but aren't baseball teams worth more than basketball teams? I
Well,
guess a lot of baseball teams are kind of
I think there's something just sold on there. Hold on.
So they're kind of independent on their own. So football teams are owned by a lot of hedge funds and stuff like that.
I thought they just had somebody just sold something.
Yeah, right. but we'll say that like another thing that I love about that's interesting is like they're also like when you talk about like sports empires is like they're outside stuff like outside the big four. Like you mentioned like Josh Harris and Blitzer own Joe Gibbs. RFK Racing for Fenway Sports. Mm-hmm. Guggenheim, they own the Andretti Global, which is the Andretti Oz Sports, and Mario Andretti don't own that anymore. Mm-hmm. And they're going to be in the. They also partner with Spire Motorsports and NASCAR, and they're the main owner of Cadillac at F1.
So here's my question. Like F1 is like the most expensive sport. I'm wearing an F1 shirt
There
right
you
now. But F1's like the most expensive sport out there, I thought.
Yeah.
And I mean, are any of these team owners individually worth more than that? I mean, how much is like the Red Bull team worth? You know, I'd like to find out that because the numbers there compared to like NASCAR are just through the roof.
Yeah.
It's crazy through the roof. So
A net worth for Red Bull is like around $3 billion.
how many?
$3 billion.
3 billion?
3 billion.
So that's 3 billion.
Pocket change for these guys.
That's 3 billion by itself.
Right.
I mean, that's
But,
one.
yeah.
That's one group. But
But I'll give you an example. The Celtics just sold recently for $6.1 billion.
so yeah. So the sports teams, these sport teams, are worth more than
Yeah,
that F1.
and the Lakers,
yeah.
and then the Lakers were sold for $10 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's wild. All right. I got pizza by country. You have what's your new one?
Donald Trump should mind his own business.
You said that last four shows.
Yes.
So you
Well,
gotta-
but this is
you
sports.
gotta
But this is
come up
sports
with some-
related.
Come up with something creative.
This is current.
Yeah. You failed at the USFL.
He did.
Okay.
He did.
So you don't have to lead with Donald Trump
Well-
should do this because you tell Donald Trump what he should do a lot, and he is. The
Well,
leader
he's
of
not
the
doing
free-
any of it, and
he
he
is
should-
the leader of the free
He's
world.
got more important things to do than worrying about the name of a freaking football team or a baseball team,
put-
which he has no control over.
or put memes out about.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
lying to the public.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, Lenny.
All right. Hello.
Lenny, I'll get to that topic eventually, but however, since this is in the title, I need to slow down while I speak. I'm gonna go with pizza.
I try to avoid
Pizzas.
politics.
And
I'm
pizza-
hungry. Good. We might have enough for
pizzas-
dinner.
Here is I did a list.
Okay.
I didn't do a list. Someone else did a list,
Okay.
and I wanted to know per capita who eats them because I eat a lot of pizza. We ate pizza today.
Okay.
And I eat a lot of pizza. We
we
go
go
to
out for dinner?
Augie's. We go to Augie's. We eat a lot of pizza in our house. So I was like, I wonder what country eats the most pizza. All right. By total volume, it's the United States.
Yeah, I would think so.
Per capita, what country do you think eats the most pizza?
Turkey.
Turkey did not make the top 10.
Okay. I mean, the obvious answer is Italy.
Italy is number 5. Blake, do you have a guess?
I'm gonna
Oh,
say
got another one for you.
United Kingdom.
United Kingdom is number 3. U.S. is number 2 on the list per capita.
Greece.
All right. Greece did not make the top 10.
0 for 2.
Yeah. And
It's like my betting this morning.
the one that's number 1 eats a lot of frozen pizza. They don't necessarily go out to the pizzerias. They lead in frozen pizzas.
We're presuming we're in Scandinavia or Russia.
It is Russia is number 6.
Okay.
Also, a lot of frozen pizzas eaten there.
Okay.
So they don't.
So they
don't go
distinguish
to-
between
yeah,
good pizza and frozen pizza.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
They just eat
Okay.
pizza.
All right.
So it's Scandinavian.
They got English muffin pizzas on there?
I don't know.
Nothing bad
No.
about a good English muffin pizza. All right. How about Sweden?
It is actually. I'm going to give it to you because it's going to take too long.
Right.
It's Norway. It's Norway.
We get there eventually.
So the top 10 is Norway, the United States, the United Kingdom, Germany. Italy is number 5. Russia 6. France is 7. Australia is 8. Japan is 9. And China is number 10.
Interesting. So do we think in Norway they use conventional pizza toppings or do they do like lutefisk and weird stuff?
They said a majority in the article I read, they said a majority of what the Norwegians eat is frozen pizza.
Right.
And then they will go to a restaurant and have pizza too. But for the most part, the reason
They're doing it at home.
Yeah, the reason they're so much higher is, I mean, I don't
Because
know.
they're not going out in the middle of the winter.
I don't know if Mr. DiGiorno's from there
Right.
or what, but I really was caught off guard that Norway, I thought for sure it was going to be United States, UK, or Canada, and Canada didn't even make the list. So I guess they don't do a whole lot of Canadian pizzas.
Okay.
So, all right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, did any of those take you off guard? Now,
Yeah.
by region, Western Europe eats more pizza than North America. I don't feel Canada's doing their part.
Slackers.
Yeah, I just don't feel they're doing their part. And then Latin America is next on the list, and Asian Pacific's after that. So,
and I will say, in all fairness, apparently the food scientists have made frozen pizzas much better than they used to was.
yeah.
So that's not bad.
Yeah.
Imagine me
I ate a lot of frozen pizza in college.
Yeah. We had a lot of Domino's in college and couldn't discern between the crust and the box.
Yeah. Yeah. So we had good pizza today at the place up in Valencia. So they did a good job.
Cool.
But I was like, I wonder who eats. And as soon as I finished, I Googled and looked it up. I was like, Norway?
Yeah, that's a little unexpected.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't.
Imagine being a Domino's driver in Norway in December.
Oh, you better have all-wheel drive.
And a warming oven.
And chains.
Right.
Oh, yeah. It would be cold every time. This is cold.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And it wasn't 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. This is cold. All right. I have produce and crops. You have Trump, keep your mouth shut, which is like a topic every week.
I'm just going to leave it on the board here.
Yeah,
I'm not going to erase it.
Well, just leave, because I'm sure Amanda in the morning won't erase that.
Okay.
So,
hey, I offered to stay off of them today, and you said no, so I'm all in.
yeah. So we got.
But it's sports related.
Yeah. So let's do the produce, because that one will lead us right into the sports side.
Okay.
And then we can do the wager wire, because, you're the hottest gambler I know.
In the last 2 days.
And I'm the coldest gambler. So, all right. I did produce and crops by state. This is not fruits. This is produce and crops like that on the produce side.
Corn, soybean, wheat.
All right. I have the top 5 here, and then I have the other list over here. Then I'll let you know where Florida ranks in this.
Okay.
All right. Top 5. Who do you think's number 1?
Of overall crop production?
Produce.
Well,
produce and crops.
Define produce. You said not fruit. Are we talking, raw product, wheat and soybeans and stuff like that? Or are we talking tomatoes and broccoli?
It includes it actually even includes cattle and calves. It includes corn, soybean. Got to go back. Wheat, cattle and calves, and sweet corn, and that's pretty much it. What's on the list?
See, when you add cattle into it, it changes the whole dynamic, because then you could sort of move to Colorado or Florida. Mm-hmm. But Florida's not growing a lot of wheat, but they got a lot of cattle. Hawaii's not growing a lot of wheat, but they have a lot of cattle. So I'm thinking Nebraska.
As far as the cattle goes, at 13.7 billion, Nebraska is number 1.
Yay me! I'm back on the board.
Overall, in this ranking, they're number 3. So still,
with the rest of them, right? Okay.
And they are at about 29.6 billion and produce about 6% of our produce.
Okay.
And these products that are on the list.
Okay.
All right. So there's 2 above them. All right. And chicken eggs is on there too.
Okay.
So it's,
that just brings Delaware and Maryland into the game.
They did not make the top 5. They're so small.
Well, they don't do anything right. They don't do anything other than chicken.
They're too small.
I guess we got to put California in there.
California is number 1, and it's number 1 by a long way.
Yeah.
So it's number 1. It is at around $58 billion, and they control not a little bit. So I have to lighten up on California.
I would, because they're the 4th largest economy in the world.
I got to lighten up on them because they're providing a lot of food. They're 11% of the food basically that hits your kitchen.
And and people are poo-pooing this. Prices are up, prices aren't up. People are defending this. It's not inflation. It's not that. I just ran through the Winn-Dixie circular this morning. Prices are up a lot from 3 months ago, certainly a year ago, but comparative, because I'm looking,
the products I buy, I'm not seeing it where I'm just going, oh my gosh.
Well, it's not, but it's incremental because, I am a judicious shopper. And I use coupons, and I'm a big fan of BOGOs.
I'm not a coupon guy, but I am a BOGO guy.
Absolutely. BOGOs rule.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So how'd you just say coupon there?
Coupons or coupons?
I said coupon.
Dad, you said coupons. I was like, I never heard you say coupons like that.
Coupon. Maybe I just repeated him.
There you go. The mind meld is working. You're in deep shit now, baby.
I mean, I say coupon. So did I say coupon?
You did.
Okay, I say coupon usually. So
Okay. Be that as it may.
Yes.
I'm noticing.
I'm not one of those guys. I'm a BOGO guy.
Right. And, and you got to look at dates because you start BOGOing stuff and it's out of date. Also, you need to check dates on your supermarket.
Dates are just a hoax.
They're a guideline. They're a recommendation.
They're a hoax.
On some products.
Yeah.
What, you want your meat 2 weeks out of date?
Yeah, well, that's a different one.
Well,
I mean,
fine.
meat
So
you don't leave out.
that's not a broad statement.
Okay, if you're too stupid, they have to put a date on your meat and you can't tell whether or not it's good or bad, then you got a bigger problem. You shouldn't be in the kitchen. So stick to the canned food.
There you go. Right, or the frozen pizza.
Or the frozen pizza. Move to Norway.
There you go. and bring your Bunsen burner with you. But it's interesting because, first of all, and I love my Winn-Dixie. I get hundreds of dollars a year. I'm not even being hyperbolic here. Hundreds of dollars a year in free groceries from Winn-Dixie just by using my Winn-Dixie card and by exploiting when they give me bonus points and and shopping. If I've got a large point multiplier, then I'll buy non-perishables, toilet paper, or paper towels, things that I can put away that aren't going to go bad, that will build up my check average to get me more. I think I'm up to about $40 now. Mm-hmm. And by the time that the holidays come, I can be up to $150, $200 worth of free groceries, which is fabulous. But, why don't they just lower all their prices and give that deal to everybody? Mm-hmm. Why don't, instead of doing BOGOs, why don't you just cut your prices in half? And do it that way.
And I don't understand I'm sure there's an algorithm behind it.
I don't doubt it, but.
And I'm sure there's a reason, and you got a sales per man hour you have to reach. I mean, my dad worked at Winn-Dixie forever. My first job was in Winn-Dixie, and it was always about sales per man hour, and pushing that volume out. But I agree with you. If they can sell it to you at this price today.
Yeah.
Why can't they do it every day?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, I agree with you.
Yeah. I think that's.
I don't think we blame it on tariffs. I don't think we.
No. I'm not.
I don't think we blame it on branding. It's it's these stores. They know what they need to do, and Winn-Dixie struggled a little bit ago. I mean, they got bought out by Aldi.
One of the Winn-Dixies further south on US 1 is turning into an Aldi's. Yeah. And it's a big space, so I'm not quite sure. I'm intrigued to see that, but we can only get a Trader Joe's here.
It's one of the smaller ones. It's not as big as your Winn-Dixie.
Okay.
So it's like the size of the way I think of like a Food Lion. It's one of the smaller Winn-Dixies.
Well, that'll help the Aldi's because the Aldi's in by the Staples over there is
that one
it's
closing
5 miles.
Or is that one going to stay open?
I don't know. I think it's far enough away that they can probably stay open.
Okay.
I don't know what their demographic plan is.
A lot of restaurant people swear by Aldi's.
I think the prices are good. You have to be able to accept the fact that the box looks like Betty Crocker, but it's not Betty Crocker because they use very similar packaging and coloring and emblems on it. But it's a house brand.
Yeah.
Now a lot of that stuff, I still, nobody has been able to disabuse me of the knowledge that once, Cheerios come off the line, then they just change the packaging and put the rest of the Cheerios in a generic plastic bag or in a box that doesn't say Cheerios on it. And it's the same product.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and I shop at Publix, not because of the prices, obviously. Right. I shop at Publix.
Well, you're a wealthy man, so you can afford it.
I feel it's clean. I still do the BOGOs.
Absolutely,
I still am kind of like, I'll put stuff back in especially when it comes to meats.
Yeah.
Winn-Dixie's meat, if it's USDA grade, it doesn't matter if it's in Aldi's, it doesn't matter if it's in Winn-Dixie, it doesn't matter if it's in Publix, it still went through that same process.
Right.
And that's one of the few government agencies I think does a pretty good job is the USDA.
Please, they should stay doing that.
Yeah, no, I want them to stay doing that.
Yes, I know.
So, that one is one that I usually, if I buy a whole tenderloin, I buy it at Winn-Dixie, I don't buy it at Publix.
Just have to be careful because seldom, a lot of times, it's inspected or it's select and it's not, because it's very hard to find prime meat in grocery stores nowadays. Occasionally you can. Most everything is choice. But then once it gets down to select or, God forbid, inspected, the caliber, the quality of that meat is not as good as the two grades above it.
Well, I can tell you there's tenderloins, and we're talking a lot of food here, but there's tenderloins at Winn-Dixie, the tenderloin butts that come out of Mexico, and those are choice.
Right.
But they do have excellent flavor.
And they might be bull, by the way.
Yeah, they might be.
Right. They're not necessarily. I mean, it's just different. They're a little bit darker, a little bit heavier.
But I mean, $1,
yeah,
that's as good a steak that's out there as far as, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I'm with you. You know, I'll buy a whole tenderloin, and a lot of times around the holidays they have them on sale for $9-10 a pound, and as long as it's choice or more, I'm fine. But a lot of places, you know, inspected make me a little bit nervous, and select is okay, but you know, choice is what you really need, and choice is basically all you're gonna find nowadays for the most part. But I'll get a whole tenderloin and I'll just butcher it myself, and you know, get stroganoff meat out of it, get filet mignons, get medallions, and you know, the whole gamut. I'll take the whole thing and break it right down into all the different cuts.
Yeah. No, and that's what we do at the house. It's the best way to do the value.
Absolutely, and it's good, and that's good eating. Yeah.
Now, only what you thoughts about Costco meat though? Like because
I will tell you a story about Costco meats. When I had my restaurants in New York, I was getting meat delivered to me by my meat man, by my butcher, Johnny Salinero. And
Johnny Salinero.
That's exactly right. And dude was the guy who would sling the leg of veal over his shoulder and drop it on my table. It's Dude McGovern, for those of you scoring at home, who went on to be a very qualified education administrator and school teacher. Good for you, dude.
Dude.
Yep. But you know, my prices were great. But then I went to a Costco one day and I walked in there and I'm going, these prices aren't so great. They're the same prices that I pay. And then I had to stop and hit myself in the head and say, these are the prices that I'm paying my wholesale butcher who brings it to me, but it's the same prices that you can get in Costco. So their meat prices used to be very good. Now they're escalating as everything else. And allegedly there's going to be a pullback on meat right now, that the availability of meat is going to diminish and the price of meat is going to go up.
Why?
I don't know that it's artificial. I think there's some.
I mean, what's the reason behind that?
I don't know. I just read it in the paper, and I'm trying to remember what the rationale was for that. But you know, it's not like there's hoof and mouth disease or anything like that kicking around. So I don't think they're culling stocks. Part of it might be the heat. Part of it might be the cost of feed. I'm not quite sure, but I did read that the cost of meat is going to go up. And I started to notice that because and by the way, I don't buy a whole lot of my meat in Winn-Dixie. I buy most of and I don't buy a whole lot of meat at all, because Julie wants organic, so they have a dearth of organic chicken and produce. Yeah. Not produce, but their chicken and their beef, they don't have a whole lot of organic.
Yeah.
Which may be the greatest scam ever. She doesn't
do beef though, right?
She doesn't. I eat so little meat nowadays because of that every now and again I need to go out and rub a steak on it.
Yeah, I can tell you. I mean, like I shop every week, and people are saying this is going up, this is going down. Eggs went down. You know, I bought eggs the other day, and I was like, "Oh, this isn't terrible." I mean, compared to where it was
when it was $8, when it was $9 doesn't, but it's still over $6.
Out of control.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can tell you, it hasn't went to the level where I noticed it. And I know I'm a rich man. I'm not a rich man.
I know.
I'm not a rich man, but I shop. I am aware of what I'm spending.
You're rich in so many other things.
I'm at the point I don't have to worry about like having to put something back.
Right, which is comfortable. Right.
I've been in the other situation where I've added up and went, ugh, and I left it on the little silver thing where it wasn't drug in, and it still get drug in, and you have to do the place of shame again. Like, oh no, can't afford that one. Right. But I notice what the prices are, and I haven't really noticed a huge jump.
Well, pay attention now.
Well, I think I do.
Because I was looking in today's circular and things that used to be, I'll give you an example. You know, there's those shredded potatoes that come in the green bag. You can get them diced and this is only one because I know the price on that house.
What, you make hash browns out of?
Yeah, okay, hash browns, or you can make home fries out of them. Yeah. And there's two or three, some of them have onions in them, some of them don't. I'll just get the straight ones because if I'm going to make a latke or a potato pancake, or a big potato cake, it's easier than me shredding my own potatoes. It works out great. And they used to be $3 a bag, and then they'd have sale 2 for $5. So I get one for $2.50, and I'd say 50 cents on that. They're frozen, so I throw it in the freezer, so it's there when I need it. Now they're up to barely $3, or things that used to be 2 for $6 are now 2 for $8. And I'll give you a perfect example. Your peanut butter Little Debbie's. The Nutty Buddies. Yeah. Check out the price of those now. Because the sales on those used to be very exciting.
That's when you wait for the BOGO.
I know.
You wait for the BOGO.
I'm very patient for that.
Yeah.
But notice the price of those, and notice the price of the BOGOs are even going up.
Yeah. No, I wait for the BOGO, and I do the family pack.
Yeah.
So, because they're not going bad. I mean,
and I leave mine in the refrigerator. Actually, I found that after a while they kind of do get a little stalish.
Okay.
But I leave them in the refrigerator.
Ours too.
So that's a beautiful thing.
All right, it is time for Wager Wire. If you're prepared, Blake, have we hit some of the? Have we missed any of the topics that were in the titles?
I know that you want to talk about college football, but
We can save that for next week. It's not going anywhere. It's just
that was in the title, though.
We can do we can do college football in Wager Wire.
Yeah.
Okay. So
that's why I tried to say all sports today.
Yeah. So all right, Wager Wire. It's baseball season. College football and professional football's about to get going here.
Training camps opened yesterday.
So,
Monday.
so everyone's excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What teams do you think we should keep an eye on this upcoming year in the NFL?
The Commanders, to see if they can keep it up the way they did, if Jaden Daniels can survive the season, because he is tall and skinny. But he's quick. I mean, he's got a strong arm.
Isn't this his sophomore year?
Yeah. So that's where the slump comes in.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
Because he kind of fell off at the end, too, a little bit, didn't he?
Well, he got a little bit beat up,
Yeah.
So, but they made it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
They didn't make it through the playoffs, but they made it to the playoffs.
So the Commanders are your team to watch.
And I'm intrigued to see the Jaguars.
Okay.
Because the Jaguars can be like a freak show in an instant. So everyone.
Well, yeah, Blondie Locks is still, I'm not quite sure the answer.
Yeah.
No.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Trevor. I think Trevor.
I do.
I think Trevor, it's tough because he's had how many offensive coordinators since he's been there?
And not a whole lot of a running game.
Yeah. So, I think the Jaguars, I have the Jaguars as a team to watch also.
I think that they rebuilt their defense. I think their receivers are better this year than last year. And they keep trying. They keep bringing in receivers from someplace else, and they make it through 3 games. They blow out a knee or whatever. It's the next great guy. Come down from Buffalo, come in from wherever, and then they don't play half of the season.
All right. Who are your so you got Commanders and Jaguars. Blake, would you agree with those two teams? I think both those teams are teams to watch, and I like your team to be a team to watch, the Steelers.
It's going to be interesting to see what the old man can do.
What all the old men can do.
Yeah.
They just loaded that team up with they're actually, I think their stadium is called Geritol Stadium now.
Why?
I'm interested to see if they have one more good season in them, like the guys that are there. I mean, we know Aaron Rodgers is not going to last that much longer.
He's going to make it through the season.
Yeah. So he's only said this is probably going to be it for him. So I don't know.
What is your other team to watch? I mean, I'm definitely want to see what happens with the Steelers.
I really do think the Bengals are going to make the Super Bowl again.
Yeah, he's so good.
But
he's got good receivers.
But you have to get good defense. Like you should get Trey Henderson. I know that Mike Brown is having an issue trying to get him back to Cincinnati. But you have to get good defense and plus get a good line for Joe Burrow.
Burrow could have won the MVP last year.
Yes,
he was that good.
Yes,
I mean he had games. He lost games that he scored like 7 touchdowns in or something. Some crazy number like that. He scored 5 touchdowns, and I think he lost the game.
Well, that's why I appreciate the fact that the Jaguars rebuilt their defensive secondary and their defense. And more importantly, they brought back Dwayne Smoot. Dwayne Smoot. He was a defensive lineman.
Smoot?
Yeah.
Smoot.
And for that reason alone, I bought his jersey.
Smoot?
And then he went, And then he went and played in Buffalo.
Smoot?
And then he came back to the Jaguars, so my jersey is still valid.
Smoot?
Smoot?
You're right in there, Blake.
Yeah, no. I'm just smooting away.
Don't be picking on my friend Dwayne.
I think I'm having a smoot.
What number? So you're a guy who will wear a jersey with another man's name on it?
Absolutely.
Okay,
because I love the name.
Not me. That is a great name. That is a great name.
Lenny, I understand why you did it, but you have to play a great risk of trying to see, okay, if I wear this jersey, will this player be cursed on the rest of his career? Because
so far, no.
Listen to my tale, Lenny. My first, I have a Kenny Pickett Steelers jersey.
Did you buy that yourself?
Yes.
Oh, see, that was a mistake right there. Oh, no.
Best thing, best
At
advice.
least you didn't buy a Wilson jersey.
No.
Melissa
Why the hell
says
would I buy that?
Melissa says Tampa
Bay, yeah.
Tampa Bay, and
I love Baker Mayfield.
and Williams, just a workhorse of a receiver. I don't know how many more years he has.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Williams?
Williams, isn't it?
Mike Williams is.
No,
didn't he
Mike-
just retire
Mike
from?
Evans.
You're thinking of Evans. Yeah.
Mike Evans.
Yeah,
I think Mike Williams in San Diego just
Evans.
retired.
The wide receiver
Yes.
Evans. Sorry,
Yeah.
thank you. I have too much blood in my alcohol system.
Do you need some stuff from St. Augustine Distillery? We have some in the back.
There you go.
I'm good tonight because I'm sure I'll be hydrated well at the Goo Goo Dolls.
As you're making
but
goo-goo eyes.
I like Tampa. I like all the Florida teams.
Miami should. They should be better this year.
I think they got the talent and skills there to do some stuff.
All right, but big bet for Miami this year. Will Tua do a Crip sign after he's concussed this year?
Tua?
Like will he do like the fencing pose?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
Not
I was gonna say,
not intentionally.
I was
Not
gonna say,
intentionally.
Crip sign. He's like the most religious guy in the league. So you kind of confused me with the whole Crip thing there with the rigor mortis.
And they brought in your Pittsburgh Minka Fitzpatrick for the defensive backfield, and he's fabulous.
Yeah.
And we got Jalen Ramsey.
You guys
Yep,
got Ramsey.
right? So that was
I
a
think-
balanced trade.
I like that for the Dolphins quite a bit. And I
Because-
think if the Dolphins, the guys on the defensive ends can stay healthy and put some pressure, and do some things, they just got to do a little bit on the defensive side, and the Dolphins can win 10 games.
And
Their offense is solid.
What did Miami do at tight end? Because I know Jonnu Smith went to Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
But it's because they brought in somebody else.
They brought in the retired Darren Waller from the Giants.
Oh, there you go. Right. Who, when he was playing for the Raiders, was a force,
Yeah,
and then went to the Giants and forgot how to play football.
yeah. But that I do have to ask though, because you have some strong opinions about Jalen Ramsey though. So if between the three, who would you rather have dinner with? Stephen A. Smith, Draymond Green, or Jalen Ramsey?
Stephen A. Smith, he's the smartest one of the group.
Absolutely, and he could be your next president.
It's not even close. Yeah, I mean, I dislike all three of those.
Okay.
And
I don't listen to him a whole lot.
Yeah, I dislike Draymond. Probably Jalen Ramsey. Draymond's probably my least favorite professional athlete right now.
Okay.
And just I think he's a dirty player. I think he's been very fortunate to be surrounded by amazing talent.
Yeah.
I think put him on any other team, put him on the Heat, he might not even play. I mean,
He's
just
prone to
don't-
hissy fits, too.
Yeah, he's a cancer to the team, and those guys I don't like. Stephen A. I think Stephen A. is a smart guy. I think Stephen A. has some opinions, and he seems to be getting, as he getting older, he seems to be getting a little more
Moderate.
Mellow?
less controversial.
Yeah.
'Cause he's running
'Cause
for
I
president.
I think he really early in his career said some things that just to get a rise out of people,
Yeah.
which could be.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an entertainer, which could be.
What do we know about that?
Yeah, but yeah, no, it's exactly what we do. That's why I scream so much. And that's why people get mad at me. But Stephen A. Smith, he's still not. I won't vote for him for president. But out of those three, he wins by a landslide. So, because I have zero. I at least could have a nice argument and conversation. I feel, I think those guys get so mad at me in the conversation, they'd want to beat me up, and they can all beat me up. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
Even Stephen A. Smith?
I don't know about
No.
Stephen A. Smith.
He's a skinny little guy.
Yeah, I don't know about
Yeah, I
Stephen
think
A.
you can
Smith.
take him.
I definitely would think Stephen A. Smith won't bring like any of his like squad or like posse with him to you for dinner. Like I definitely think he'll go on alone, but like Green, like especially with like Ramsey, like they'll bring like their squad with them and to like film stuff to do. Like
I wouldn't go to dinner with him.
Right.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I would go to dinner with Stephen A. Smith just to kind of, because I think he is, it would be an intellectually stimulating argument even if we had an argument.
Yeah.
The other two,
he's a bright guy.
I have zero respect
Right.
for. So
I'm trying to remember where Ramsey went to college.
yeah.
thought it was one of the California schools, if I'm not mistaken, but maybe.
Yeah. So I mean, like those are probably my least favorite football guy, my least favorite basketball
Florida
guy,
State.
and
Florida State?
Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey. Yeah, he was a FSU guy. And then my least favorite baseball guy. I don't even know if he's still alive. McCarver's still alive.
Tim McCarver. No, he's dead.
He's dead. Yeah. He just got under.
I know, and I enjoyed him as a Mets broadcaster.
Yeah, he gets under my skin. So
But
We got great broadcasters now.
great broadcasters right now.
For the Mets, you got Ronnie Darling and Keith Hernandez.
Yeah, but who's the main commentator now? Gary Cohen.
Yeah.
Yeah, those three are phenomenal, like in the booth. But I definitely will give a shout out to our the Reds guys, John Sadek's like the most like energetic play-by-play in baseball right now.
all right, wager wire.
Okay.
All right.
We're going to make some money or not?
Well, we're still staying on. I want to go college football where you're at
Okay.
with college football. What did you want to talk about on the college football?
Well, I was just going to do a ranking of the value of college football teams as well.
Okay.
Because there's a list that came out that started ranking college football teams by value.
Like dollars and cents.
Dollars and cents.
Okay.
And
So give us the top 5. I'm going to assume Michigan's up there and Notre Dame's up there.
5 for Michigan, 4 for Notre Dame.
All right. Texas.
Number 1.
Okay.
They average $183 million a year, and their projected value is $2.38 billion.
Alabama and Georgia.
Georgia's 2.
Okay.
$147 million a year and $1.92 billion. Ohio State 3. The Ohio State, I apologize. 3.
They're overpriced.
Well, they're $116 million in year
Not
in
worth
revenue.
2 cents in this house.
Well, but they're third in valuation at $1.9 billion. But Notre Dame and Michigan and Alabama and Oklahoma and Tennessee all earn more than Ohio State during the course of a season, which is pretty serious because that's a big stadium, the big bowl at Ohio State.
Yeah. No, my Ohio. No, I don't have a lot of love for them. So
And Florida State, Florida is 12th. I don't think Florida State made this list. Is that? Oh no, Florida State's 18th. I'm sorry, that's
Okay.
better. Yeah,
Miami wouldn't make that list.
24th.
They're 24th.
They earn
I'm surprised 'cause
$75 million a year, and they're worth $604 million.
Wow.
Yeah, Florida's worth $100 billion,
Because
and
they
they
don't
earn
do
$98
well. I
million a year.
mean, University of Miami doesn't do well on ticket sales.
Yeah, well,
University of Florida will play Alcorn State and sell out.
right.
Miami will play Alcorn State and sell 15,000 tickets.
Which is surprising because you would think that, from Elkhorn State, you want to go to Miami.
Yeah.
I mean, Miami's a little bit more attractive if you're going for a weekend game than Gainesville necessarily.
Yeah. But I mean,
So-
it's a smaller school. I think there's only 10,000 people in the University of Miami.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a small school in comparison to the rest of them on that list.
I'm surprised that USC only earns $71 million a year.
Did UCF make that list? Just curious.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. Goes to 30, and that's TCU, Utah, and Minnesota on the bottom. No, UCF did not.
What college team do you think is the team to watch?
I always take Alabama for Ray.
Yeah. See, I think we got to watch out for the Peyton kid. With the
Texas,
Manning, with the Manning
Texting,
kid.
absolutely,
Yeah.
and he's starting the season. He's going to be the number 1 QB.
Yeah. So I think
It'll be interesting to see.
I think Texas is the team I'm going to put a little star beside to watch.
Okay.
And I want to see how the Georgia kid does in Miami.
That'll be interesting. Yeah, he's healthy.
Yeah.
Today's paper, he's healthy. He's ready to go.
So he's got a little ching in his pocket. So,
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
So he's doing okay.
Yeah.
So.
But it's also it's also going from Georgia down to Miami. You're in the not necessarily the backwoods, but you're in a quieter town in the University of Georgia than you are in the middle of Miami.
Yeah.
So
Well, Coral Gables is,
Miami adjacent.
where they're at. So I mean, if they stay in Coral Gables, they can stay out of a little bit of trouble.
Right. Well.
So, and I think the convicts play the Catholics this year.
Ooh, interesting.
I think they're on the schedule this year. Blake, if you can pull that up for us.
I think Florida State opens against Alabama in Tuscaloosa.
Mhm.
No, in Tallahassee. They opened in Tallahassee.
Yep. Let's see. Looks like
Bobby's
August,
asking if North Carolina State's on there.
August 31st.
August 31st, so it's fairly early in the season. So, is it in Miami?
Yes.
Thank goodness. Sweat them to death.
Wait, hold on.
So we got a chance.
North Carolina is 26th.
North Carolina State.
North Carolina is 26th. North Carolina State is not on here.
Okay, because you just hurt Bobby's feelings.
I'm just reading it, Bobby. I apologize.
The
I'm just reading what's written, my
Wolfpack
friend.
and the Tar Heels. Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He,
But,
he didn't mean to do that.
I'm just reading what's on the paper.
He ain't from around here, Bobby.
but we'll say that.
Hallelujah.
But that so unlike last time with Catholics versus convicts and
Catholics versus convicts.
and instead of praising touchdown Jesus, will the Miami fans be singing the Seventh Floor Crew song?
Oh no. That one we need to keep that one to a minimum there because we do have a local guy who's on
Fair enough.
that rap.
Fair enough.
Oh, yeah?
So yeah, no, we're not going to go there.
My bad.
I don't even know.
Yeah,
Fortunately, I think.
Don't
I
know.
guess.
yeah, it's best to leave it that way. So, all right. So your picks for this week. Do you have any picks for the week?
Coming up. Yeah, well, I mean, take the Mets. They're hitting the ball.
Okay.
The Mets are back.
Money's on the
Tied
Mets.
for first. Yep, hitting the ball.
got 4 in a row.
Boy, did I screw that up by not taking Alonso for homer today because I knew he was hitting one and I didn't get there. Yeah, I think the Mets are doing well. And who else is kicking around? And again, pitchers. I got who? The Mets?
Okay. I don't know. You just answered a question that no one asked.
Bobby did. I just don't know. I just don't know what it was in reference to.
You just said who the Mets. There was no one else was looking at what the hell you just read.
Bobby was wondering what I just called them. I'm wondering what I called who.
Yeah, I think it was talking about the Wolfpack and the Tar Heels.
Right. I
But-
just read the list. There was no state there. It was
you
just
think
North
the
Carolina.
Mets are in first place to stay?
Tied with Phillies. Yeah. So yeah, I think they will now. They've got 3 pitchers back who are pitching well. Their bats are warmed up again. If Alvarez can keep doing what he's doing behind the plate and hit the ball, that's fine. So, yeah, I think we're in good shape. They stop walking Soto, we'll even be better.
In the National League, where do you put them in the National League?
The Dodgers always frighten me.
I think
the Dodgers are just
number one.
annoying.
Yeah.
They just buy everybody.
Yeah.
We've got a bigger bankroll, and the Dodgers buy everybody.
I was going to say, Mets aren't like a
Oh no, there's deep pockets there. Steve Cohen's got some very deep pockets.
I was going to say Soto's not exactly a popper.
He's right. Yeah, no. Melissa's saying the Phillies, which they always, Wheeler. If Wheeler could pitch 3 days in a row, he'd be huge.
Yeah.
But the Brewers, we talked about that yesterday.
See, I'm still not buying on the Brewers. I'm not buying on the Tigers. I'm not buying on the Brewers. I'm not buying on Tampa Bay. I am. I think the Phillies, the Mets, and the Dodgers are good. Tampa Bay's in the other league, but I think the Yankees in the American League still have the juice and the pop, and not afraid to make some big changes. So they definitely. I mean, they guy who won the batting title. But they say his name for me, Blake.
DJ
LeMahieu.
Okay. And the Cubs are still spunky.
Send him. See, and I'm not buying on the Cubs.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Okay.
I think the division that the Reds are in is a very good division, but there's not a great team in it.
All right. I'm gonna make my selection quickly because I need to let the Lantau folks in.
Yeah.
Tomorrow there's gonna be the Indiana Fever versus the Las Vegas Aces in the WNBA. I'm gonna go with the over 162.5.
You know, Caitlin Clark's
all right.
Caitlin Clark's not playing.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Still go with that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So you're saying the Mets all the way?
I have
Bleeding-
to. I have to.
Bleeding
It
blue
says
and
it on my
orange?
shirt.
Guys, we're going to the Goo Goo Dolls tonight. I'll report back tomorrow and let you know how it is. We got land titles, so stick around if you guys want to watch land title. They got some fun stuff happening.
You'll learn stuff.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Have a groovy.
I think Blake left us in the studio and we're still live.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty
Hi, Mom.
sure I just looked up. I heard the door open,
Right.
and Blake left us. And that was a great goodbye that you just left, Mr. Blake. Bye.
What?
Are we still live, aren't we?
All right.